everybody! I really wanted to talk about the music of the brand new Starkid show, Cinderella's Castle. I'm a really big Starkid fan. I have been for a while. Thought I would share my opinions of the music, but also like the show in general. I really love the music for the show. There's not a single song that I don't like in some way. Like, I have something really good to say about every single song on the soundtrack. I saw it the weekend that it popped onto YouTube. I saw it that Sunday. I was absolutely blown away. I didn't really know what I was expecting going in. I was so pleasantly surprised. But before we get into it, I just want to say hi, I'm Piper. I am a musician here on YouTube. So if you like what you see, please consider liking, sharing, and subscribing. I like to talk about different music stuff. I like to do all of the playing videos, and I also write music of my own. So please consider sticking around if you enjoy this video. Alright, now let's get on to it. So how I want this video to work is I'm going to rank every song, but when I rank it, I'm going to talk about just like my general thoughts on it, and also just explains why I ranked it the way I did. But also, disclaimer, like I said before, there is not a single song that I don't like from the soundtrack and from the show. So please don't take it too harshly about where I rank certain songs. And also, this is just my honest opinion. It's just how I feel. Your opinion could be completely different from mine. We all have our opinions. So starting at number 13, I put Castle on a Hill Reprise on there. A lot of my opinions about it were the same as how I felt about Castle on a Hill, just the normal version. But I'm going to talk more about that when I get to Castle on a Hill. But I really needed a song to put at 13, so my legitimizing of this was that they put the prince's song that he sings about every woman he sees right at the tail end of this on the soundtrack.
And can you believe what she called it? Vulgar. She missed the point entirely, Thaddeus. It was a compliment.
And I don't know why they did this. I just really wish they had put it separately, because it is such a jump scare. At number 12, I put the song Ever After there. I overall thought it sounded really pretty. I love Bryce Charles's voice. You're going to hear that a lot throughout this video, that how much I love her voice. And I also thought it kind of sounded like Cool As I Think I Am from Nerdy Proofs Must Die, which I love that song, and it's from my favorite show, from Starkid, so I thought I was like gonna be bound to love it. But I kind of also felt like it was a little one note throughout. Right when it gets to the Last Forever part, that's kind of when I regain interest in it, if that makes any sense.
When I was 4, I lay in bed and paint a picture with my thoughts.
But my favorite part of the song is the last 45 seconds of it. I just love how it sounds.
I was raised to be appraised, my cap was paid, dresses made, princess bride for fee.
I love that it mashes up Last Forever, Curse Crazy, and Step on Your Grave, and just like brings it all into a nice, neat package.
Let's go! There's a castle on a hill, as the story goes.
At number 11, I put Castle on a Hill. Kind of like what I said with Ever After, I felt like it was very one note, but I really liked the overall vibe of it. Like, I thought it was a very engaging start to the show, and also just like a very like celebratory way to end the show. At number 10, I put Watch Reprise on here. I thought like the synth in the beginning was so epic. Like, it sounds so dark. I will say this over and over again, like the stepsisters and the stepmother are just so lovable. Like, they're terrible. But I love them so much. They are so fun to watch. And I really like how this like brings back in Facade, because like the show having 2 villain songs was so creative, and so tying the first villain song in with the playoff of the second villain song was so cool.
Better catch a glimpse of your blushing bride. I want you to watch while you suffer. Better catch a glimpse of the dying light. I look good in this, just watch.
But like the reason I put it here was mostly because like it just was a playoff to watch, but I did really like the mashup. At 9, I put Last Forever. I thought it was so cute how Jeff captured exactly what it's like to be at a girl's sleepover. The amount of sleepovers I had in elementary school that looked and sounded like this was kind of funny. Oh my gosh, the harmonies between the three of them are so tight. It just like, it feels so uplifting. And like on top of that, the lyrics, they just make me cry every time I hear them. Like I can't even place why.
Tomorrow's not coming now. I'll laugh as much as my heart allows. Nothing's gonna happen next, 'cause this right here's as good as it gets.
And I just also really like how the dance break sounds. Like I love the instrumentals to go with it. And on top of that, the key change is breathtaking. I love the key change.
Thinking about this day as long as I remember all my life.
Put this at number 9. It just didn't feel as exciting as some of the others. Even though I do really like it, it just wasn't quite there. At number 8, I put Ash to Ash. The first thing I thought when seeing Kim Whalen enter through like the archway is Mother is Mothering. And that's what I think every single time I hear the opening to the song. It's just Mother is Mothering. On top of that, her voice is heavenly. I have no other words to describe it. Like, and I felt that way about like the other shows that I've seen her in with Starkid. It's just like her voice is amazing. And like this song also just has like some of my favorite lyrics in the show, period. Like I just think they sound just so poetic and so beautiful. Like looking at all the lyrics aside from listening to the song is just like some of the most beautiful collection of lyrics that I have had to look at in a long time. But like my favorite part of the song is the last bit of light in eternal dark part.
The last bit of light in eternal dark, where all things return and all things will start. The dying ember of the flame of life, I shall craft this star.
It took my breath away the first time I saw it, and continues to do so as I listen to it. And like, and on top of that, like just describing Ella's glow in her radiance being her passion, also amazing. We all needed to hear that. Like at the beginning of the song, like the Fairy Queen of Sweet Dreams talks about like how Ella's mom, Lady Ashmore, was burned at the stake. And at the end, narrator comes back out and repeats the same bit that the Fairy Queen started out with in the beginning of the song. Here's my tin hat theory with that. I personally believe that it's transitioning from at the beginning of the song talking about Lady Ashmore in terms of Ella's mom, but then at the end it's transitioning to talk about Lady Ashmore as Ella, that Ella is Lady Ashmore. And honestly, like, that it's being passed on to her, that she has the magic now. I really like that idea. Again, that's just a theory. I don't know if that's accurate or not, but even if it wasn't, I just think that's a really cool thing. At number 7, I put Ash to Ash Reprise on here. I just really liked how strong and powerful it was coming right out the gate, especially because like it's starting with my favorite part from Ash to Ash. It brought me chills, it brought me tears, it made me feel so many different things.
The most beautiful light in the eternal dark, where all things return and all things will start. The living ember of the flame of life.
I really like it. And on top of that, like the instrumentals are amazing. I love the drumming patterns throughout the song. It makes it sound so dramatic. At number 6, I put Trappings of Starlight on here. First off, I think the ohs are just like so singable.
Oh, 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 oh.
Oh, 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 oh. Yo-ho-ho.
Every now and then I've just walked around and just started singing it to myself because like I just love how it moves, and it's just so cute and pretty. And like I think that the lyrics are just so moving. I think it's so beautiful that like the entire song she's addressing it to Justine and Lucy. Like it's her love song to them, but it was really nice to get all these other moments from these other characters that we didn't get to hear much from. At number 5, I put Facade on here. It doesn't sound like it's the most positive comment in the world, but I swear up and down it is the most positive thing I could say. This song is nasty. I love it. Their chemistry together and their voices are just so good. All 3 of their harmonies are so epic and just so clean. Like, and this song also includes just like some of my most favorite instrumentals, like, period, in the show.
I look good in this, my facade. I look good in this, my facade. No one notices my facade. No one
also just like think the bridge is so fun.
Shoulders out, eyes plucked. You bet I'm stitched up, lips bent, knees pumped, toes jammed. Girl, you know I'm stitched up. I'll try it on. I'll take it for a spin. Don't worry, doll. The fix is in.
At number 4, I put Cursed Crazy on here. At the beginning part, when it's just the narrator, percussion, and the electric guitar, like, I just really liked that minimalistic sound. Like, it felt very intimate. And then right when the ensemble starts singing for the first time in the song, I get chills.
Let it down, they prefer that she's locked in a home. Fresh as a daisy, mysterious ways. Ever since mom and dad left this plane. Stark raven lady, recluse.
And then, of course, like, every single chorus in the song is just such a bop.
You know you don't wanna know it, whether it's madness or not. You had a bad beat, baby. You know you're stuck with the stigma, whether you want it or not.
Like, I was watching this with my friends recently, and one of my friends was like, oh, they're eating. And I was just like, yeah, they really are. Like, it's a really good mixture of being soft and intimate and then, like, going into, like, the dancier section of it. At the beginning, and then, like, a couple of other times throughout the song, like, the lyrics are Cinderella, Ella. That reminded me of that one song the mice have in the Disney version of Cinderella. It probably has absolutely no connection, but it was just something I was thinking about, like, the first time I heard it. But yes, like, this song is really good, and it was one of the first songs of the show that I was like, okay, I'm on board with this. At number 3, I put Step on Your Grave. First off, the guitar riff is funky. I love it.
But another part? A deep secret part that speaks in my true mother's voice?
And I personally love how, like, the lyrics exceed expectations. Like, with the chorus, how the words are, I wish you nothing but defeat, instead of, like, I wish for you nothing but the best, or something like that. I also, just musically, I love, like, the disco-esque feeling of the chorus, while also having just, like, a sprinkle of, like, Riot Girl from the 90s.
I wish you nothing but defeat, and I want nothing for you but the least.
Right before the bridge, like, I really love the syncopation with it as she's, like, stepping towards the stage, and, like, it also just brings, like, a little extra spice to the song. And then, like, right as the bridge hits and goes until the end of the song, I am, like, filled with chills. It's so different from the rest of the song.
Lose composure, step on stepmother's godforsaken grave. I don't know how it'll come to be, but I'll see you under my feet, so deep where even hell.
And on top of that, it just, like, has such a beautiful sound. And at number 2, I put Watch on there. Like, I'm gonna just, like, start with the beginning of the song. Like, Angela Giratana sounds wonderful. Her sound, like, coming in so quiet is, like, it's so terrifying.
My God, you're so lucky for me to appear in your life.
And I love the rhythm of the start of the chorus with the words, I want you to watch. Like, it just rolls so perfectly, and it's just, like, and it stands out.
I want you to watch what happens. Don't ever forget. It takes the fun.
And, like, my favorite part of the song is in, like, the second half of the song, when the stepsisters come in with the counter melody. And then, of course, like, Mariah Rose Faith Casillas's belt on Pleasure. It's so insanely good.
I want you to watch till it's over. Better catch a glimpse of the dying light. See to believe it, baby. Pain will come before pleasure, and the pleasure will be mine. I want you to.
I thought this way with Facade also, but I really thought this with Watch. We need more villain songs like this. This is the Thanks I Get isn't cutting it. This reminded me just how good villain songs are. Like, obviously with Disney, like, they can't go as hard as Starkid, because, like, they're a family-oriented company, and Starkid is very much not for the littles. But just, like, the general vibe that this song has is exactly what we've been missing. And this might come as a surprise or an unpopular opinion, but my number one on this ranking is Neon. Where do I even begin? This has been my favorite song since the first time I heard it when watching the pro shot. Like, I could talk about this song for hours with just how many notes I scribbled down and just like how rapidly I scribbled them down when talking about this song. So I'm gonna condense that by a lot, but also just talk about like all of my analysis and just like all my random thoughts I have about this song. First off, the instrumentals and the ensemble parts are just beautiful. Like, it just elevates it just so much, and I love it. I love how it sounds.
You walking looking like a neon light. No sense in turning you off.
Talking about the lyrics, you walk in looking like a neon light. Why would he call her neon when he could call her a star? Like, going with the star theme. Or like, you're the sun, like what Sir Hopalot calls her. Calls her neon because it's superficial and it's fake. It's all a facade, just like their relationship is. She doesn't care about him, and he just wants to be with a woman. It doesn't matter who she is. He just needs to think that she's pretty. And just like a general thought about like all the songs, like for many of them, I was looking forward to like one specific part that I really liked in the song, but like not with this. I love it from beginning to end in each individual section that it has. And I feel like it just like it keeps the interest going from beginning to end just so easily. If I see it, do I touch it? If I feel it, will I love it part.
If I see it, can I touch it? If I feel it, will I love it?
I could be hearing the song from a completely different part of the house, but I would come screaming that part when I hear it. It's just like, it's the call from the ether. I love that part. And then, of course, like what ties it all in together is that Bryce Charles and James Tilbert just sound wonderful together. Like, they have such good vocal chemistry. They match each other so well. It was bound to be my favorite. I just want to talk about some general thoughts I had about the show. Like what I've said so many times, I thought the show was absolutely wonderful. It was so visually stunning. I really enjoyed the acting. I really loved the script. And I've said this about like some of the other Starkid shows. I love how two men can write some of the most amazing feminist shows. This is exactly what I needed in these times. Came out at a right specific time where it was like, I was being told it's okay to be angry, which is something that you don't hear a lot for a woman. You hear like, don't be so angry, rather. And like, it invoked just so many amazing emotions. And like, this is probably one of my favorite iterations of Cinderella I've ever seen. I'm a really big fairy tale person, so I knew I was gonna like it. I just didn't know how much I was gonna like it. I don't know where this stands in terms of like ranking all the other Starkid shows. I basically have an idea of like which ones are my favorite. Basically, I sit from my favorite being Nerdy Prudes Must Die, my second favorite being Starship, and everything else is on the same wavelength. Is kind of like how I put it. But I do really like this, and I will be watching it over and over again, and I am gonna continue listening to it as much as I do. Alright, thank you so much for watching. I had a lot of fun making this video, and I'll consider making more videos kind of like this in the future, because I really like making my musical episode video. I was actually planning on doing another Starkid related video this week. Then, like, once I saw Cinderella's Castle, I knew I wanted to make this video first. That might be next week, that might be the week after, it's one of the two. I've got a really busy couple of weeks coming up as I go through finals, which is insane to think about, that I've pretty much finished my first year of college. But it also feels really good that I almost finished my first year of college. So yeah, I'll be back soon. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this. Bye!